Good morning, I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. Fresh activity data triggered fears that the Fed has left it too late to start its rate cut cycle and risks of a recession are rising. The Dow Jones shed 494 points to close down 1.21% on the day. The broad S&P 500 closed 1.37% lower and the Nasdaq slipped 2.3%. The small cap benchmark Russell 2000 index fell 3%. Turning to US sectors, the worst performer was technology, which gave up 3.36%. The best performing sector was utilities, which closed up 1.85%. Recession fears were triggered when several data prints pointed to a faster and deeper than expected slowdown in economic activity. Initial jobless claims rose the most since August 2023, and this was followed by the ISM Manufacturing Index, a barometer of factory activity in the US, which came in at 46.8%, worse than expected. Postal releases, the 10-year Treasury yield dropped below 4% for the first time since February. These weak data releases come a day after central bank policymakers chose to keep rates at the highest level in 2 decades, when Fed Chair Jerome Powell gave investors some hope by signaling the September rate cut is on the table. Not surprisingly, stocks that would suffer the most under a recession were amongst the biggest losers on the day, including JP Chase, which lost 2.3%, and Boeing, which fell more than 6%. Nvidia fell 6.7% and Tesla lost 6.6% as 6 of the Magnificent 7 were lower. Amazon reported weaker than expected revenue for the second quarter and compounded the negative news by issuing disappointing earnings guidance. Amazon shares slid as much as 6% in extended trading. Meta Platforms bucked the trend, rallying 4.86% on stronger than expected second quarter results and upbeat guidance. Apple's fiscal third quarter revenue increased 4.9% to $85.78 billion, surpassing analyst expectations, driven by stronger than anticipated iPhone sales. Despite iPhone sales declining 0.9% to $39.3 billion, Apple outperformed expectations due to increased demand ahead of the new AI features. Atlassian reported strong Q4 fiscal year 24 results, with total revenue reaching $1.132 billion, driven by a 34% surge in subscription revenue. However, the company recorded a net loss of $196.9 million for the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2024, compared with a net loss of $59 million for the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2023. Looking ahead to the Australian landscape now, the SPI futures are pointing to a 1.8% fall. Thank you for listening.